bet you can't do that. Hi everybody, Rex Ross here, and this is my review of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Okay, and before we get into it, just like with all my reviews, here's a spoiler warning. I mean, genuinely, if you're watching this movie, if you're watching my review before you've seen the movie for yourself, I mean, come on, you are doing yourself a huge disservice. Also, now, okay, I do understand The Odyssey is like, this movie, Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, is an adaptation of the Odyssey written by Homer. However, you should definitely see this movie for yourself before hearing other people's opinions. And also, I do want to talk about background. So, like I said, Homer, he was like a Greek philosopher and he wrote the Odyssey. And yeah, I mean, really old book. He's definitely inspired a lot of stories. He's also, this is a Christopher Nolan movie. I mean, Christopher Nolan has directed a lot of great movies. I mean, he did the Dark Knight trilogy, Interstellar, Oppenheimer, which I haven't seen yet. I just, I don't know, if I was reviewing movies when Oppenheimer released, I would have definitely participated in the Barbenheimer event, but I didn't. So, also, I was 14 years old when that movie released, and I wasn't really interested in biopics, like political dramas or whatever. So overall, Christopher Nolan, pretty good director. Also, fun fact, my uncle Porky was going to play a extra in one of the Dark Knight movies, which, still really cool. It is a shame that, it didn't happen because of scheduling issues, but, that would have been really cool. So, Christopher Nolan, really good director. What I really like about him is, how he likes to do stuff as practical as possible. Now, it can work really well, like in the Odyssey. Sometimes it's not the best when it's not always the best. In particular with the Dark Knight trilogy, I feel like that being as practical as possible did hold the Dark Knight trilogy back from being the best Batman movies as possible. But still really good director. Also, he really loves IMAX, which, I don't know, I'm very conflicted when it comes to IMAX, mainly because, on one hand, I do think it is really good because of the fact that, the camera is capturing more, pixels in a shot. That means, every single frame of the movie can be more detailed. However, I do think it is unnecessary that IMAX has to be in a different camera format from standard, because I'm gonna be honest, in the type of format the Odyssey was shot in, there's only 25 cinemas that have that kind of theater in all of America, and I do think that's it's really cool that the Odyssey was shot in really cool new technology. However, not that many people have access to it, so it's you're kind of limiting people. Also, I saw the Odyssey in standard because there's one IMAX theater, the movie theater that I go to, which is a Cinemark, and I'm gonna be honest, that theater is pretty bad. The tickets are twice as expensive, and that theater also doesn't have seats that can put your legs up, so you have to be standing up straight in a really small seat for the entire movie, which is just really, for twice as much as money. So it's just it's unfortunate. I couldn't have seen this movie in more ideal way as the directors, as the creatives wanted it, but sacrifices had to be made, so that's why I saw it in standard, which, you're really, I'm gonna be honest, you're not really seeing that many cool extra stuff if you see it in in the preferred format. So yeah. But overall, Christopher Nolan movies pretty goated. And yeah, let's get into like my actual review. And I'm gonna go like chronologically. So yeah, the first 30 to 45 minutes of this movie are really slow, and it takes a really long time for this movie to get going. But once this movie does start to get going, it just is a non-stop roller coaster of a film, and it is like the scenes of this movie also bleed perfectly into the next scene, which is just genius and like really well crafted. I mean, every single scene just slides in together perfectly. However, if it is taking like 30 to 45 minutes, I'm not sure how long it is, but it was somewhere in that range. If it is taking that long for a movie to like actually feel like it's going somewhere, and it's that sort of a start, that is like actually very concerning issue. Also, I thought this movie's action was outstanding. There wasn't anything that was like really crazy, but like it just felt so good because it was so raw and real. And like going back to what I said, Christopher Nolan, really practical director, so like you can feel that like, no, these are actual people fighting each other. And still, like, that scene with the Giants, I mean did Christopher Nolan like full on cast like all of the NBA to go fight Matt Damon and some crew members? Because that is like, where did they get all these really tall people from? Like, whoa. Yeah, still look really crazy. Also, I'm never going to unsee a 6 foot plus 10-year-old. That is, there was something that if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But I mean, that was just, I don't know. I mean, as somebody who's always a really tall kid for my age, I mean, it did kind of hit home a little bit. It was still like, whoa. Yeah, but yeah. Okay, moving on. This movie's tension was even better than the action. I feel like that's what really made this movie work so well, because it's like, I mean, I think Christopher Nolan's next movie needs to be a horror movie, because like that Cyclops scene was like, oof. I mean, I was getting chills and sitting at the edge of my seat. And don't even make me mention the pig scene with Cersei. Like, oh, that was so disgusting. That was something else. But yeah, outstanding tension. Also, music. I really shout, because I saw some behind the scene. I saw the music in the movie was already pretty good. However, I mean, I saw a behind the scenes video on like how they made the like soundtrack and stuff by Lawrenson, who's the guy right here. He also did the score for Sinners and in both Black Panther films and Oppenheimer. So he is a 3-time Academy Award winner for score composing. So that was crazy. But yeah, they for this movie they like recreate old instruments from like the time period that the Odyssey takes place in, which is still like really crazy that like they actually did it, and they invented stuff that could replicate similar sounds. I don't even know how you did that, but I mean, that is like so creative, and I really applaud it. Also, costume and set design. I mean, this movie, all the sets, okay, the costumes look outstanding. Like, they feel very well made. And then, like, the set design, I mean, can you even consider it a set if you're, like, actually filming in practical locations? Which just goes back to, like, what I said about Christopher Nolan. I mean, Hollywood really needs some more directors like him that film and, that like, film on location and just, like, film the movie as practical as possible, because I mean, when you go as practical as possible, the movie will look better. And it's like, and it's also like cheaper than CGI, I think, because it's like, I mean, I don't know if it is, but I mean, regardless if it's cheap or not, it's going to look a lot better. And the Odyssey looks outstanding. I mean, yeah, like shout out to the costume set designers because like this movie looked so good. Also, I mean, yeah. Also, the ending. Okay, so this ending was almost a issue for me. However, okay, so one of my biggest issues that was immediately resolved at the ending was Odysseus's character motives for not wanting to come home to Penelope and his son. Or I mean, I don't know. I didn't. I mean, his character moves didn't make sense until the ending when they revealed it. Which I mean, on one hand, I feel like waiting to the very end of a film to reveal really important character motives can be somewhat of an issue. However, especially how I mean, looking back at it, I feel like it works pretty well. So yeah, I mean, so basically, I mean, the Odyssey is a very well-known story about Odysseus, who is a Greek guy going to fight in a war, and the Odyssey is the story of him coming back home. And yeah, in the ending of Christopher Nolan's Odyssey focuses on uh, why Odysseus took so long, kind of, and like he wasn't ready to go back home because of like his time in the war, where he saw like all of the terrible things the his side of the war did, and revealing that like they may have been the real villains. So I mean, I think that was like actually genius. I mean, really well done writing. Also, I mean, all the parts was Zendaya's character Asina, who's a god. I think, gosh, I'm not really sure. I mean, I like to dip my toes into Greek mythology every now and then, so I'm not biggest Greek mythology nerd, but I mean, I do enjoy it, so I mean, I'm not sure, but yeah, I do think it is genius how Athena took the form of a innocent girl Odysseus witnessed get murdered, and I think that is like really tragic, but also like genius way of like weaving, you know, like the appearance of a god to a mortal. Really genius. Also, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, the more I talk about this movie, the more I like it. And yeah, I also saw what was it? Yeah, I mean, this movie scene is like so strong was it's like war is a terrible thing for everyone. And it is like all it is just rich elites sending innocent people to go fight with each other and like also harm other people. And it's just like it's terrible and the people that they're sending, I guess they're not so innocent because like they enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, war is a terrible thing, and yeah, and like this, I mean, this movie brilliantly ties back into like modern day issues, like was the war in Iraq going on right now. I mean, absolutely not. Like, should not be happening, and it needs to be stopped. So, like, yeah, I mean, genius way of like ending this movie, and I am really satisfied. And honestly, yeah, I mean, the more I talk about this movie, the more I like it. So yeah, I mean, let's talk about something that's like definitely related to this movie, but like not part necessarily a review. Okay, so I just wanted to give my 2 cents on all of the drama going on with the Odyssey because I think most of it is just a bunch of brain dead stuff. The rest of it I think is very hurtful bigotry. So I'm gonna start with the brain dead stuff first. Well, okay, I guess it's not necessarily brain dead. I feel like the biggest one is the armor. I mean, wait, oh, I didn't have him in there, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are upset about like the armor in the movie and how it's not historically accurate. Which all I have to say to that is this is a historical fiction. The Odyssey was not a real story. There are cannibal giants, cyclopses, a giant six-legged tentacle monster, and a woman who is turning men into pigs. I mean, come on. I mean, seriously, this is. I don't think that armor is really an issue. I personally think it looks really cool and, it fits the aesthetic of the movie. So, I mean, okay, if they were wearing military outfits from modern day military, and this was supposed to take place in, ancient Greece, I mean, that would be very questionable, but I mean, not really the biggest issue. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think the armor really matters that much. I personally just think it looks cool, and it's really cool to look at and watch people horror farm. Also, yeah, the other issue, thing people were calling out. Okay, there was a lot of drama about how the way people were talking in this movie and how they're just talking in normal American, not normal, but I mean in American accents. I mean, my personal opinion is this movie, seeing how we don't have access to how ancient Greek accents sounded like in the first place, how would we? I mean, I don't really know. How would we? We don't know what they sounded like. So it's what's even the point? I mean, at the end of the day, it's impossible to speak for all the actors to speak in accurate Greek. Also, they're speaking English. They're not speaking Greek. So it's in the first place, they're not even speaking the correct language, which we have access to. We have Google Translate. We can translate Greek right now. I mean, come on. That should be a bigger issue, but it's not. I mean, people won't be tweaking out if they're speaking in English, in a British language, probably. I don't know. I just think that's just really dumb. So, I mean, it's I'm totally fine with it being, with everyone talking in American accents, because at the end of the day, The Odyssey is a Hollywood movie, which is a American movie. Therefore, this is America's adaptation of The Odyssey at the end of the day, kind of. So it's I don't know. I just think it's really unnecessary. Also, as for the main drama stuff was Lupio Nyong'o and Elliot Page. Okay, that. So there were a lot of people that are first upset about Pio Nyong'o. I'm really butchering her last. I'm really sorry about this, but they're upset that she's playing Helena of Troy. Because let's be real, they're upset because she's black and not that she's white and blonde. So I mean, all I have to say about that is, one, I'm not the one who did the research. I haven't done the research. You know what? Actually, I will do the research. Well, watch me. Okay, so I've already copied the question on Google, so I'm just going to copy and paste it. So, how did Homer describe Helena of Troy in the Odyssey? I'm not going to look at AI overview because a lot of people don't really trust it, and I'm just going to go with the basic Google, more AI overview. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? Okay, how did Homer describe Helena of Troy? Study.com, Academy. Okay, let's use this one. Okay, so Homer simply referred to the queen as beautiful Helena. Let's try this. Beautiful hair. I mean, I'm not really seeing anything. I mean, basic AI summary, which says beautiful hair, lovely cheek, white arm. So let me just show you what. Okay, so white arm doesn't necessarily mean white. It just means pale skin, necessarily, meaning people who don't touch grass have pale skin. Now, as somebody who rides bikes a lot, let me just show you what this looks like. This is my arm. Yeah, this isn't really the best, but this is my arm. This is the side of my arm that's in the sun when biking. This is the side that's like underneath. Like, look how white and pasty this is. Look, this is tan. Like, this isn't even the best lighting, and you can see a significant difference. This is what it looks like when you don't touch grass. This is what it looks like when you do touch grass. So just keep that in mind. I mean, Helena Troy wasn't described white in the original adaptation. Also, at the end of the day, this is Christopher Nolan's adaptation. And also, acting like people of color couldn't exist in Greek back then is pretty dumb and ignorant, especially when you look at the fact that all people, I mean, humans originated from Africa and were originally black. So, I mean, that's just really brain dead. Okay, and as for the stuff with Elliot Page, everybody, well, not everybody, but I mean, a bunch of people assumed that he was going to be playing like a really jacked Greek god. I mean, Elliot Page very much was not playing like a Greek god. I think it was like Paul. I mean, I don't even know who everyone thought he was going to play, but I mean, regardless, I mean, Elliot Page's character and Lupita Nyong'o's character were barely in the movie at all. I mean, that is kind of the power of Christopher Nolan. I don't know how he does it, but like for some reason, he's like a magnet for A-list celebrities. And because there's so many and they all want to be in his movies, that he can just completely sideline huge stars. And that's just it for the movie. So that was like, that was kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, overall, stuff with Elliot Page and Lupita Nyong'o, I mean, those are just, I mean, if your issue is a person of color and a person of color and a trans actor are in a big blockbuster movie, all I have to say to you is you either need to just grow up or get out, because this kind of behavior isn't welcomed. And if you want to be part of a growing community, I mean, you need to learn and be educated. And if you can't handle doing that, then you shouldn't be part of the community. So those are my thoughts on the drama. I just think it's really bigoted and uneducated. So yeah, but yeah, let's get back to my review. Okay, so overall, I'm gonna give the Odyssey a 9 out of 10. I mean, the only really major issue that's like really holding this movie back from a 10 out of 10 is the first half an hour to 45 minutes of the film, which are just like really slow and not really engaging. So it's like that's like really the big thing holding it back. I mean, maybe once I give it a rewatch, I might give it that 10, but I mean, for now, I mean, I'm gonna have to keep it at a 9 out of 10. But I mean, I think the Odyssey is a really well made movie. This is how it's ranked. I personally have the Michael Jackson movie above it. Now, these are both really outstanding and excellently crafted movies. I mean, so far, I mean, my top 4 movies of the year are like really good movies that I definitely recommend giving a watch and are like excellently made, and like you can feel the budgets. Like, well, Toy Story, I'm gonna exclude, but I mean, Project Hail Mary, Michael, and the Odyssey, like you can tell, like these are very well made movies, and like you can feel the budget, and like that's something that I feel has been really missing with a lot of movies, especially in Hollywood lately. That's like, I mean, where is the money going? I swear, it is like some of the money just like gets set on fire, or just like blown away. I mean, like, where is this money going? So it's like, it's nice to have like movies that like actually feel like, yes, these are the movies we needed. So yeah, I mean, it's just nice to like actually see something that's expensive that also feels expensive and looks expensive. So yeah, that's really nice. But yeah, overall, I really like the Odyssey. Feel free to tell me your thoughts on it down in the comment section. Also, I would definitely recommend seeing this movie in theater because it's an experience, and yeah, I might give it a higher rating someday in the future, but for now, I'm keeping it at 9 out of 10. Also, feel free to subscribe. I will hopefully have a video coming out tomorrow when this is releasing. I don't know how to pronounce the title of that movie, but it was a pretty good one. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye. Oh no, my chair's falling. Almost too easy. I'll see you.